Welcome to FGC Mainstage and part 2 of our interview with Belgian Tekken competitor, PikaH.
So we talk about you playing online and like learning online, but there was a very specific instance that I would like to touch on, right? There's a very specific instance. You did a combo to one of my fellow commentators, K-Wiz. You did such a disgusting, I'm gonna say disgusting because it is disgusting, PikaH, such a disgusting combo with geese that he actually sent out a petition to get you kicked out because it was that good. Now, obviously it was all in jokes, right? Obviously it was all in jokes. But can you tell us, like, when you perform some of these geese, these killing combos, the reversal combos, how does it make you feel? Are you smiling? Are you, because we can't see inside the camera, right? We don't get the offline feel. How do you feel? See, he's laughing, so that makes me think that PikaH is like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, what's that feeling you have?
Yeah, what is that feeling you have while you're hitting some of these players with these geese combos? And they're not easy to do. I say being a cheater. Please take me lightly, because those combos are not easy. I just want to know some of your mindsets behind it, man. How do you feel hitting people with these crazy combos?
That ain't right. That ain't right.
Every time that happens, I have 10 HP. I see the guy full bar. Mid parry, I see the parry fix, I see the sidewalk, I say, he's dead. He's done.
He's like, yo, you know this round is over, right? I got meter, I'm just showing you how to get to the next round where we can do this all over again.
But the thing is, like, I've laughed so much, the combos on the game and the walls and the wall system itself, that I'm just like, okay, you're gonna get hit by 3 walls, and then I'm gonna deadly rave, I'm gonna do something weird, and I'm gonna die. So every time I see the parry, I'm like, okay, now watch me, it's my time to play.
That's super important in high level play. Wall awareness and just awareness in general, because that's the difference between you missing a combo and then potentially coming back, or you taking the complete round or the set. So like, it's important to have that awareness. Are there any like other geese players that you look up to in that sense who have all of that, or like you aspire to play like?
Actually, I trained all the geese combos are set up by myself. So I don't look at anything. Like, my skills might not be optimal, but all the side walls and stuff, I left them myself, so it's all personal. I also want to say something, like, the funny thing is, like, people often trash online, but I'm actually a son of online, because I was too young to travel back then. Well, now, I started traveling when I was like 16 or something. But before then, I learned everything by myself, playing in my bedroom online. Actually, what made me start to become better at the game, it was online tournaments. Because at the beginning, I was just like, oh, let me just try to get the max rank or anything. But, you know, I was 14 when Tekken 7 released. Like, I really didn't care about the game, but I was like, oh, online tournaments. Let me just try to be the best. And then after like trying to be the best, one online tournament, then there is more online tournaments, and then you see, this guy I've been watching YouTube for the last 2 years is in this tournament. Let me try to beat him. And then you keep learning. And then one day you say, there's a tournament like, I don't know, 500 kilometers away. Let's go and meet the guy in person.
That's actually how it happens for a lot of players, myself included. Didn't really know much about online. I didn't know much about offline. I was an online person. And then, you have friends. They go, hey, we got that offline tournament. I'm like, offline? What's that?
Online is also a big part of it. Nowadays, we can train with all over Europe online in our bedroom. And for me, in my case, I can just play with everyone in Europe. And the level of online players is going up, because usually back in like, let's say, older times, I mean, Steve, you talked about the arcades back then. You had the best guy at the arcade.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's the best guy of the city. When you play an online tournament, you don't face the best guy of your city. You face the top 10
Yeah,
of Europe.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a great point. What are your goals for just as a player with offline slowly coming back? What are some goals that you have maybe for the next couple years as a player? What's the next step for you?
in the following years, I just want to keep trying my best, doing the best results I can, and keep improving in the game, because I still have a lot to learn. If you get confident at the game at some point, you will start, like, stop laughing and stop doing this. You say, oh, I'm good enough. No, you're not good enough, because in 2 weeks, there will be someone that loves everything, and it's just gonna be you 5 tournaments straight, and you're gonna be like, oh, well, actually, I'm not that good. I need to keep loving.
Somebody that keeps you on your toes, like, you know, for every person that's good, there's somebody that's better than you.
Don't get content.
Yeah.
Do not get content. And I'm gonna tell you one of the things that like my father told me like when I was like coming up playing fighting games is that like he saw that I started taking fighting games seriously and that like I really wanted to get better. And he was like, hey Steve, I'm gonna tell you something. There's always somebody right now. When you stop, there's somebody that continue to play to get better, to make themselves the better player. So whenever you take that break, whenever you stop, just remember there's somebody that kept going. So that's a very good way to think about it. Well, hopefully, Pika, I get to see you and every other strong competitor from your scene at an offline tournament sooner rather than later, man. Thank you for joining us here. And thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you follow Miss Cuddlecore as well as Pika. I want to thank Cuddlecore for being on as well because it's always a pleasure to pick the mind of such a great Tekken player. Thank you so much as well.
Oh, no problem. You know, I'm super happy to be here to pick Pika's brain. Upcoming talent, just wise beyond his years, just phenomenal player.
So guys, that about does it here for us. I hopefully you enjoyed and you learned a lot from this Pika conversation and to be a stronger competitor. And if you would like to compete, make sure you guys head on over to compete.playstation.com. You can sign up for Tekken. You can sign up for a lot of other fighting game titles as well as possibly make it to that top 8. See you guys then.
PlayStation